Welcome to the Car Symptoms Guide, your trusted source for diagnosing car problems before they get worse. Have you ever noticed your vehicle exhibiting unusual behavior? Or perhaps detected an anomalous odor in the exhaust system? Don't worry. In this video, we'll explain in depth the symptoms of a bad oxygen sensor, a fundamental component of your vehicle's system. Understanding these indicators is essential not only for preventative maintenance, but also for maintaining your vehicle's optimal performance and efficiency. Let's begin this diagnostic analysis. Check engine. This is one of the most frequently and significantly observed symptoms of a bad oxygen sensor. When the check engine light illuminates, it is not merely a visual adornment, it serves as a serious warning from the vehicle's computer system, detecting a malfunction. The oxygen sensor, often referred to as an O2 sensor, is tasked with monitoring the oxygen concentration in the exhaust gases and transmitting this data to the ECU for regulating the air-fuel ratio. Should this sensor experience a dysfunction, the ECU will receive inconsistent information, leading to the illumination of the check engine light. This represents an immediate method for how to know a bad oxygen sensor. In certain instances, diagnostic trouble codes such as P0150 or P0151 may appear, indicating issues with the O2 sensor in bank 1 or a downstream O2 sensor. Therefore, never disregard these bad oxygen sensor symptoms, whether on your Ford, Chevy, or Toyota vehicle. Significant fuel economy decline. If you have noticed an unusually high frequency of fuel station visits recently, despite unchanged travel patterns, then poor fuel economy may be a sign of a bad oxygen sensor. A malfunctioning oxygen sensor transmits inaccurate data to the ECU. Consequently, the ECU might instruct the injectors to deliver a volume of fuel exceeding actual requirements, resulting in an overly rich mixture. This constitutes an oxygen sensor symptom with direct financial repercussions. Your routine journeys will entail higher operational costs. Given the long-term implications for the operational expenses in car, this is not a temporary fix for O2 that can be overlooked. Rough engine idling. Have you ever experienced your vehicle vibrating intensely or sputtering while stopped at an intersection or during idle? This is one of the bad O2 sensor symptoms that frequently causes concern for drivers. An imbalance in the air-fuel ratio caused by a faulty oxygen sensor impedes the engine's ability to maintain a stable idle speed. This vibration not only diminishes comfort, but can also signify undue stress on other engine components. These oxygen sensor failure symptoms are distinctly noticeable and warrant immediate attention, applicable to both symptoms of bad O2 sensor Ford and symptoms of bad O2 sensor Chevy. Slow acceleration and misfires. If your vehicle feels sluggish, exhibits slow acceleration, or even experiences engine misfires, do not immediately attribute it to the ignition system. This could be a sign of a bad O2 sensor. A faulty oxygen sensor compromises the ECU's ability to optimize combustion. Consequently, engine power will diminish, throttle response will be delayed, hesitation, and in severe cases, the engine may misfire, indicating a failure of complete combustion in one or more cylinders. This is a method for how to diagnose a bad oxygen sensor by directly perceiving changes in performance during driving. These are car problems that affect both your safety and driving comfort. Rotten egg smell from exhaust. This is one of the most unpleasant and distinctly recognizable oxygen sensor fail symptoms. If you detect a sulfurous odor resembling rotten eggs emanating from the exhaust system, it is a strong indicator that your catalytic converter is either working beyond its capacity or experiencing damage. A malfunctioning oxygen sensor leads to incomplete fuel combustion, and these unburnt fuel remnants enter the catalytic converter. The chemical reactions within the converter then produce this noxious odor. This is not merely an olfactory issue, but also a sign of unhealthy emissions and the potential for costly catalytic converter failure. Emissions test failure. For those residing in regions with stringent emissions regulations, a failed emissions test is a significant concern. Indeed, a bad oxygen sensor is frequently a primary cause of such failures. With an improper air-fuel ratio, your vehicle will emit pollutants exceeding the permissible limits. This constitutes an oxygen sensor symptom that can hinder the renewal of your vehicle registration or passing inspection. If you inquire, how many miles can I drive with O2 sensor that is faulty? It is advisable not to drive too far, as every mile traveled will exacerbate the negative impact on the environment and increase the probability of emissions test failure. Black exhaust smoke. Finally, pay close attention to the color of the smoke emanating from your vehicle's exhaust. If you observe dense black exhaust smoke, this is a clear oxygen sensor failure symptom. Black smoke indicates that your engine is operating with an overly rich mixture, meaning an excess of fuel is being injected relative to the amount of oxygen available for combustion. This is a sign that the O2 sensor is not providing accurate data, causing the ECU to incorrectly regulate the mixture. This condition can also be linked to issues with a downstream O2 sensor or even more complex problems. There you have it, a comprehensive overview of the symptoms of a bad oxygen sensor that you should be aware of. Detecting these car problems early is crucial for preventing more extensive repair costs and maintaining your vehicle in optimal condition. Do not defer repairs if you identify any of these symptoms. Choose a trustworthy professional mechanic for an accurate how to diagnose a bad oxygen sensor and to obtain the appropriate solution. Remember, a well-maintained vehicle is a valuable investment. If you have further questions regarding oxygen sensor symptoms or other vehicle issues, please feel free to leave a comment below. Kindly like, share this video, and subscribe to our channel for more automotive insights. See you in the next video.